Good morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another Mario Ramon discussion. And today we're going to talk about the Kirk Franklin conversation that he had with his son, and his son recorded the conversation. Okay? This is not to judge and say who's right or who's wrong, but this is just breaking the whole conversation down and relating it to our families. Okay? So, if you're a parent, I am pretty sure that you have, felt some kind of way or talked some kind of way about your child, because there's a thin line between love and hate. And as much as you can love someone, you can snap their damn neck. All right. And I'm just using that as a metaphor. I don't mean literally snap their neck, but children can make you want to, talk to them, because after a certain age, sometimes they get, sassy or disrespectful, and they say things and with their tones and aggressions, and, in a parent's mind, you'll never be able to catch up with me in terms of what I've done for you, especially a mother. Number one, I let you borrow my body for 9 months. I protected you while you were in my body for 9 months. I protected you when you were out of my body for 9 months. So I already got 18 months on you right there, you know? So to have your child disrespect you, it sends you into a fury. I want to share a story with you. One time, my younger brother, Brian, he told my mother, he took a gas can and he put it in her room. My mom put the gas can in her room and said, "I will burn your ass up in here." Okay. So I've had another sibling and my mom had issues. You know what I'm saying? My sibling said my mom pulled a gun out on her, and my mother said she didn't. And I believe them both. So, and then people are like, well, Kirk is a gospel artist. The gospel artist is no different than any other profession. That's what he does for music. And yes, we want to hold him to this high standard, but there are some judges who do things that aren't lawful, police officers who do things aren't lawful, and there are some pastors who do things that aren't, you know. So I will say in that aspect, that's probably why Kirk apologized, because people say, Kirk said what he said. He shouldn't have apologized. Well, he should have apologized because he has sponsors and it's his job. And he doesn't want his television show, to get for family business. And we're taught at a young age, keep your family laundry in the house. Can you imagine if we went to school and told our teachers half the shit our parents has done or are doing? Just half of them. I know back in the 80s when Michael Jackson was out alone, if we went to the school and said, my mama be smoking reefers, and she rolled it up on the, what is that, Earth, Wind, and Fire album, and she tilted so the seeds can fall. If you went there, they have child protective services at your house. Or even how some parents talk. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt my brother loves each and every one of his children. But when one of them get on his, man, take your ass in there. Will you take your ass upstairs before I beat your ass? Now, he's not going to bust a grape. He ain't going to bust a grape. My niece is 21 and she's never got spanked. Man, you better take your ass upstairs before I beat your ass. And she be going up the stairs like, yeah, right, Dad. Okay. And I feel that the same thing with Kirk. I think he had just had a heightened level because he was disrespected as a man and as a father. Because, once your child is 33, you're like man to man. And then you're my son, and the things that I did, I gave you a life that I didn't even have. I gave you a father relationship that I didn't have. So for you to turn around and disrespect me, I will break your motherfucking neck. That's what he said to his son. And that's how he felt. And I don't feel that he needs to apologize for that. He actually didn't. He didn't apologize to his son, But, which is okay. But if you do want to repair it, I wouldn't say apologize for that, because I would say his son needs to apologize for, and like I said, it's not a right or wrong, but it was just wrong. The son needs to apologize for recording a family issue. I feel that. Who records a family issue? We all have them. I have videos of my brother that he sent to me. I didn't take, but I have videos of my brother, and he's on one of his tangents. The same brother who told my mom, "I will burn you up in here," which leads me to say, Kirk Franklin said that the family has been going through therapy for years. Black people, black people, black people. We got to start doing therapy. Now, my brother has never gone to therapy, but I have. I took that money. I was like, look, it's either buy a nice little fancy new iPhone or take this $45 an hour and go talk to this damn therapist and see why I keep, blacking out when I drink and smelling like, you know what I'm saying? And after I had that conversation, I stopped drinking like that. She started like breaking this shit down. She was like, you are mad at your parents for this, and you are da 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 da. She just started breaking it down. And then I was like, you're right. And so then she was like, did you talk to your parents? Have you talked to them? Have you told them how you feel and had the discussion? And I was like, well, I don't know how. She said, just do it. There's no nice way to slap the shit out of somebody. Just walk up to them and slap the shit out of them. That's a metaphor. So I remember talking to my mom and telling her about some things in my childhood, and she started crying, and she was like, it freaked me out, because my mother is not a crier. She's a cross between Nene Leakes and Conan the Barbarian. And so, with a touch of sweetness, but she will kill you in your sleep. And so my mom was like, no, Shug, that hurts my heart. But in my mind, I was like, if I dealt with it as a 12-year-old, you can deal with it as an adult. So I'm not finished talking. I know it hurts your heart, but listen to the rest. And what I think it is, and my dad too, I think what it is, sometimes as parents, you don't have a book on how to raise children and what to say, what not to say, how to handle situations. So you do the best you can. And your best you can may not be the best thing for the situation. And, and time goes on, and now that I'm an adult and have made it, I'm talking about in life, and I'm not talking, I've succeeded, I'm there. In life, to make it out of high school as a black man or as a black person is an accomplishment. What do you mean? Because we can get killed at the mall, bitch. We get killed in front of our yard with a toy gun. A child. So, to make it, and then once you make it, your parents are like, oh, wow, this is really an outstanding person. Damn, I probably didn't do so good in this situation. And you think about, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, but I'm just saying. But what I said, it leads me back, says, we don't do therapy. Black people don't do therapy. We think that our neighbor's gonna think we crazy if we have a therapist or something. No, we need therapy. I believe every family needs therapy. Every family needs therapy. Everybody. You need family therapy. You need marriage counseling. You need parent and child counseling. Shit, you just need one for yourself. One time for the one time. Y'all go ahead on. I'm going to stay and talk to the doctor a little longer. Seriously. And we don't need to be bad. Like, would you feel horrible about going to the doctor if you had a migraine for like 2 years? So if you have something going on in your family for 2 years and you recognize it and you're cognizant of it, why wouldn't you go to a therapist? A therapist is a doctor. Would you sit there and let your finger hurt for 2 years? Hell no. You're going to go to the doctor. Make it better. That's what a therapist is for. We cannot judge Kirk and his family because we don't know what's going on there. It appears that they both are hurt, and it appears that it's both a lot of hurt because that was anger, and it was hurt and just coming out verbalized. It like Young Van Zandt said, put a voice on it, beloved. Put a voice on the hurt. Yes. Scream and carry on. Yes. Throw something, Kirk. Throw something. No, no. Throw it in his direction, Kirk. Throw it in his direction. You know? So it just appears that they're hurt. And it appears, hold on. We got boys in the hood outside. Hold on. Let them go on past. Yes, boys in the hood. And it appears that Kerryon provoked his dad purposely to get him to do what he did. He knows his dad. Parents know their children and children know their parents. And he knew that whatever he said would tick Kirk Franklin off. And we don't know the moment before. Why didn't you record the whole conversation? Don't give me 30 seconds. I want to be, if you're going to do this and try and make us judge this man, then we need to hear the whole conversation. That's fair. And I ain't no judge. I am not Judge Judy. I never went to law school to judge anybody. So I'm not judging him, but I'm just saying. That's what the intent was. Let me show y'all how horrible my father is and how he talks to me. You're 33. I'm pretty sure that when you call, your father didn't just pick up the phone and start speaking to you like that. Now, maybe the next time you call after this, he will. But that time, I doubt that Kirk picked up the, hey, Dad, what the fuck you calling me for? Motherfucker, I'll break your motherfucking dad. Nope. What did you do to him? What did you do to your dad? And I feel that he was just trying to mess up his dad's sponsors. He knew what he was doing. He thought, but it made people love Kirk more because this is the thing I love about a gospel person. This is why I love Leandria Johnson. She like, I'll take a shot of tequila and cuss you out. And I will sing, honey, with an anointed voice on Sunday. I sure will. I will. Everybody else try and act all pure and angelic and nobody eats, drink, or swallow. Don't nobody cry at your house. All we do is pray and sing gospel music. And that's not the truth. I don't believe that's true. I believe sometimes people in the gospel world do curse. Sometimes they may have a cocktail or a glass of wine. Sometimes they do other things that we don't even know, that we're not privy to. So to see that Kirk is, first of all, has been working on this for long term, over 20 years. He's putting in the work. He's trying. He is trying. Most people probably didn't know that. So I feel that his son released that to make him lose his fans and his endorsements. Point blank. Point blank. Even if he did it inadvertently, like if he wasn't even, he did that. That's what he planned it. He was like, you have to plan that. He was like, I'm going to record this conversation so my dad can go ballistic on me, and then I'm going to release it to the world. So that was preconceived. That was preconceived. The best thing we can do is pray for the family. If you care as much as you think you care, pray for the family. And what I mean by that, everybody is so easy to go, ooh, did you hear about Kirk Franklin? Instead of stopping right there and praying for that family. That's a family that's in pain. And it's if you do that and you don't pray for this family, if you pass their video along to someone else, oh, did you hear Kirk Franklin? No, girl, I ain't. What happened? Oh, listen to this video. You are no better than his son, then, because you're in the web. Pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for Kirk. Pray for his son, and pray for them as a team together. And pray for the family. When stuff like this happens, the whole family's affected. Do you think the sisters, the other children from Kirk, want to see their brother when he come to Thanksgiving? Hey, if they get that, they might see him walk in and be like, I'm just saying, so we got to pray for the family. We have to pray for the family. And another thing is, everyone that's judging Kirk probably has spoken to their kids like that within the last 2 weeks or month. Or if you didn't, and your relationship is repaired now, it's because your children are older. But when they were teenagers, you used to get with them. And you have to get with these teenagers because they do buck up. I know you didn't just buck up at me. I'll beat your massa. I will break your motherfucking neck. Okay. And one last thing I will say about Kirk. Kirk knows how to curse. Now, I don't know if he practiced, because practice does make perfect. But the way he said those words and used them with a certain emphasis, he knew exactly how to say it and where to put the emphasis. And I was like, okay, Lisa Ray. He reminded me of Lisa Ray. Remember in Players, I'll you up. And she slammed that girl in that mirror. You know. You know. You know. All right, guys. If you know what I'm talking about, that's Lisa Ray and the Brat. When the Brat surprised her sister and was like, hey, girl, happy birthday. And Lisa Ray was not buying what the Brat was selling. She was like, I'll put you in my coffee, and if I do, I won't stir it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me again for Mario Ramon discussion. I really do sincerely appreciate you. I appreciate the positivity, the positive comments. I see them. It's a little hard for me to comment, will reply to the comments, but I will do it by tomorrow. Okay? Definitely. Have a great day. And I'll see you next time on the Mario Ramon Review. If you like the video, definitely like the video below, subscribe to my channel, click the notification button so you can get all the new videos hot and fresh, just like a donut and coffee, hot and fresh. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the Mario Ramon Review. Peace.